Chapter 1: The Visionary Path to Wisdom. In the story of a 16-year-old boy selling records in London, we find the seed of a leadership philosophy that would grow into a global empire. When Branson began his first venture, he did not rely on tradition. He asked himself what people needed and how he could deliver it with a smile. This early act taught him that true wisdom starts with curiosity and boldness. He once told a gathering of young entrepreneurs that listening is the most powerful tool a leader possesses. By hearing the concerns of his customers, Branson created a record label that would become the first voice of a generation of artists. His quote, "Wisdom comes from listening to others, not from telling them what to do," shows how he valued dialogue over directives. For those of us navigating the crossroads of career and personal ambition, Branson's first lesson is simple: ask questions and treat answers as opportunities. If you find a problem, pause and seek input from others before you jump into action. The next time you face a decision, write down 3 people who can offer honest insight and reach out to them. Listening will sharpen your judgment and deepen your empathy. Conclusion: the spark of wisdom is turned into leadership through curiosity and humility. If you want to grow, start by asking more questions and listening deeply. Like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom from great leaders. Reflective question: when was the last time you paused to listen instead of answer? Chapter 2: Core Principles of Branson's Leadership. Branson's rise is a collection of 3 key principles that shaped his approach to wisdom and leadership: vision with purpose, risk with purpose, and people with purpose. Each principle is interwoven into the fabric of his story. First, vision with purpose. Branson once said, "My goal was to make travel fun and accessible, not merely a necessity." This vision drove the creation of Virgin Atlantic, which challenged the status quo with a friendly cabin crew and low fares. The lesson here is that a clear, purpose-driven vision can inspire both employees and customers alike. To apply this today, write a mission statement that is more than a business goal. Make it a cause that people can rally around. Second, risk with purpose. When a British Airways pilot demanded that he be given a seat on a transatlantic flight, Branson arranged to fly on the same plane and rescued the pilot from a life-threatening situation. His quick decisions saved lives and established Virgin Atlantic as a brand that cares deeply for safety. From a modern viewpoint, risk is inevitable. Wisely assessing and acting on risk can differentiate leaders from followers. To try this, identify a risk in your current project, evaluate the potential benefits, and act with intention. Third, people with purpose. Branson champions the idea that employees are the most valuable asset. He famously said, "When you give people the freedom to be creative, they produce more joy and more results." This philosophy led to open-door policies and a culture where ideas can flow from anywhere in the organization. In practice, take time each week to ask your team what motivates them and design projects that align with those motivators. Conclusion: Branson's wisdom translates into 3 guiding lights that can direct everyday leadership choices. By embedding purpose in vision, risk, and people, leaders can grow their influence and success. Like, share, and subscribe to keep learning from timeless leaders. Reflective question: which of the 3 principles, vision, risk, people, does your current leadership style lack most? Chapter 3: Practice and Action. The narrative of Branson's ventures offers concrete examples of the wisdom he practiced. Venture 1: Virgin Records began with a handwritten folder of artists who had no other outlet. Branson paid their shipping bills and encouraged them to sign. The result was a record label that nurtured untested talent, proving that investment in potential yields long-term rewards. For the audience, the lesson is to look beyond current metrics and invest in developing others. Pick one colleague who shows potential and spend an hour mentoring them. Venture 2: During the founding of Virgin Atlantic, Branson faced a regulatory nightmare. He chose to engage local authorities directly, offering transparent data and a promise to exceed safety standards. By showing integrity and openness, he secured the necessary approvals and built trust with regulators. Modern leaders can mimic this by documenting intentions truthfully and engaging stakeholders early for mutual benefit. Venture 3: The V1 Circumnavigation Project. Branson joined a sailboat crew where an engine malfunction threatened everyone. He immediately organized a rescue plan, coordinating with the local Coast Guard. His calm presence and decisive action turned a crisis into a story of collective resilience. The takeaway for today's teams is to maintain composure under pressure, coordinate quickly, and keep everyone informed. Conclusion: by stepping out of comfort zones, investing in people, and communicating openly, Branson's career demonstrates that wisdom leads to tangible results. Replicate these behaviors by planning a small project that challenges the status quo, supporting a teammate, and leading transparently. Like, share, and subscribe to uncover more action-based wisdom. Reflective question: what small step can you take next week to embody Branson's risk-taking approach? Chapter 4: Modern Applications for Personal Growth. In a world where technology changes faster than thought, Branson's principles remain timeless. The following actionable steps bring his wisdom to daily life. Step 1: Micro-innovation culture. Schedule 15 minutes each day to brainstorm solutions to a single issue in your organization. Share your ideas with a peer and refine them. This practice keeps the team agile and aligns with Branson's emphasis on creative freedom. Step 2: Feedback loop. After each project, gather honest feedback from up to 3 stakeholders: customers, peers, and managers. Use this data to adjust your strategy and reinforce open communication, echoing the transparency that guided Virgin Atlantic's regulatory success. Step 3: Personal brand alignment. Identify 3 values that define you. Ensure that every conversation, email, and meeting reflects those values. When your personal brand is clear, others will trust you more, just as Branson's authentic voice built a loyal global following. Step 4: Learn to say yes to meaningful challenges. Seek projects that are outside your comfort zone, but aligned with your larger mission. The growth that stems from tackling new problems reflects the purposeful risk that made Branson a pioneer in travel and entertainment. Conclusion: integrating Branson's teachings into daily habits, innovation, feedback, authenticity, and purposeful risk creates a foundation for personal and professional advancement. Small, intentional actions compound into significant leadership development. Like, share, and subscribe to stay inspired by proven wisdom. Reflective question: which of these 4 steps will you try next week to sharpen your leadership journey? Chapter 5: Moving forward. The arc of Branson's leadership invites us to examine how we can carry forward his legacy of wisdom. Key takeaways are: listen before speaking, building trust and insight. Articulate a clear purpose, aligning vision with values. Embrace risk with careful preparation, turning challenges into opportunities. Empower people, fostering a culture of innovation and ownership. To improve, commit to daily listening practices, evaluate risks with data before action, and set up regular mentorship for the people around you. Adopt a routine that reflects these elements and watch your influence grow. Like, share, and subscribe to receive more guidance from celebrated leaders. Reflective question: what is the one leadership habit you will change immediately to follow Branson's wisdom?